walk through the airport, suitcase in tow, distracted by screens, coffee, and the mental checklist of gates and connections. You think you're doing everything right, passport in your hand, wallet in your pocket, phone in your bag, until you're not. Thieves working airports don't look like movie villains, they look like other travelers. They blend in, they wait, and they hunt for the exact human habits you take for granted. This isn't a scare piece. It's a practical breakdown of how airport thieves pick victims, and more importantly, how to avoid becoming one. I'll walk you through the psychology, the common setups, the red flags to watch, and real, actionable steps you can take so your trip stays smooth and your stuff stays where it belongs. First, let's get one thing straight. Airport theft isn't usually violent. These are crimes of opportunity, not confrontation. Pickpocketing, bag snatching, distraction scams, and imposter tricks. Thieves want minimal risk and maximal reward, which means they target predictable human behavior. That predictability is the common thread. Long waits, distraction, visible valuables, and social pressure. The busiest places with the longest lines, security checkpoints, baggage claim, boarding gates, are also the richest hunting grounds. People are tired, rushed, and distracted there. Thieves count on that. One of the oldest tricks in the book is the distraction. It's theatrical in its simplicity. Someone bumps you accidentally, asks for directions, fumbles with a stroller or luggage, or stages an argument. While you're focused on the drama, an accomplice moves in and lifts your phone, wallet, or carry-on item. The key to this scam is timing and misdirection. You look up to help or look away to avoid the argument, and in that fraction of a second, the thief is gone. This works because our brains are terrible at multitasking under stress. We devote attention to the immediate social cue and neglect peripheral awareness. Airports, with their crowds and constant motion, are ideal for this. Another common pattern is the help me or lost item ruse. Someone asks you to hold a bag, watch a laptop, or retrieve a dropped passport. You comply, you're kind, you think you're being helpful, and you're used. The bag is gone the moment you turn away. This scam leverages our social norms. We're hardwired to help each other. Thieves exploit that trust. That's why one golden rule is so effective. If someone asks you to watch something for them, say no. If you must help, take it somewhere secure like an airline counter, not across a crowded concourse. Then there's the classic ID check impersonation. Someone approaches claiming to be an airport staffer, a security officer, or even a member of your airline. They ask to see your boarding pass or passport for verification, but their real goal is to get you to let your guard down. An official-looking uniform or a convincing badge will do the job. Always verify credentials by directing the staffer to a nearby official desk or look up the person through the official airline app or airport information desk. Never hand over your documents to a stranger. A surprisingly effective strategy involves the use of distraction tech, headphones, chargers, and new gadgets. Thieves look for people glued to their phones or wrestling with charging cables. When your attention narrows to a tiny screen, your peripheral awareness collapses. The bag or pocket that used to be within sight becomes an opening. Keep headphones in one ear only in busy spaces and secure your valuables in places you can feel whenever you move. Crowds are where thieves thrive. Baggage claim is a central example. People cluster, watch, talk, and step away to make space for their carts. In that moment of proximity and confusion, grabbing an unattended bag and slipping away is easy. The curbside pickup is another hotspot. People unload, talk on phones, and open trunks, creating a perfect moment for someone to move in. Simple changes: never leave luggage unattended and keep a hand on your bag strap in crowds. Make theft far less likely. There are also longer con strategies that play out over hours or days. Scammers watch social profiles, note travel patterns, and then show up at the same locations. They pose as fellow travelers, strike up conversations, and gently probe for information. Where you're staying, your itinerary, whether you're traveling alone. Once they know you're distracted or off guard, they act. Privacy on social media matters. Avoid broadcasting that you're traveling in real time and be mindful who sees your posts. Let's talk about luggage itself. Carry-on theft often happens when people stow bags in overhead bins and then step away. Someone else accidentally puts their bag on top of yours, and when you reach in later, items are gone. Or thieves watch who leaves a seat to use the restroom, then lift a backpack or small bag. Even checked luggage can be vulnerable to tampering at certain locations. Use TSA-approved locks and place valuables in your carry-on or personal item that stays with you. If you have to check valuables, use lockable luggage and opt for tracking devices. Target selection is a behavioral science. Thieves look for three things: visibility of valuables, lack of situational awareness, and social isolation. If your expensive phone is out on the table, your passport is loosely tucked in your back pocket, and you're sitting alone wearing an "I look lost" expression, you're a statistical target. Conversely, people traveling in pairs or groups, or those obviously guarding their belongings, are less attractive. Adjusting simple behaviors, storing your phone in a zipped pocket when not in use, using money belts, and walking confidently reduces risk dramatically. Technology cuts both ways. Thieves use apps and real-time data to identify crowded times and potentially vulnerable flight arrivals. But the same tech gives travelers the upper hand. Phone tracking, Bluetooth tags, and remote locks can help you recover items or at least know what's been taken and where. Enable Find My iPhone or Android device manager and keep serial numbers and descriptions of valuables saved in a secure note offline so you can file police reports quickly. Let's be practical. Here are concrete, non-invasive preventative steps you can use right now. First, distribute valuables. Don't keep everything in one place. Split cash across pockets and keep a backup credit card and a D separate from your main wallet. Second, use anti-theft bags. These are not foolproof, but bags with lockable zippers, cut-resistant straps, and RFID blocking compartments significantly raise the effort cost for a thief. Third, practice visible vigilance. Sit with your back against a wall or pillar in busy spaces so you can see people approaching. Keep small items in inner pockets or zipped compartments. Fourth, when you wait in queues, place your personal item in front of your feet, not behind you. If someone brushes past, you will notice. Fifth, document. Take a quick photo of your suitcase and its contents before checking it. If it goes missing or is opened, you'll have evidence for police and airlines. Airports and airlines also play a role. Before you travel, check airport security information and arrive early. Rushed passengers are easier prey. When possible, choose direct flights to reduce layovers and time spent in transit hubs. At hotels or rental properties, use safes for passports and expensive items, and avoid using public Wi-Fi for banking or sensitive activities. If the worst happens and you're targeted, calm and speed are your best friends. Report theft to airport security immediately and get a written report. Contact your bank to freeze cards and call your mobile carrier to suspend service and track the device. File a police report and, if relevant, a report with the airline. Use social media cautiously. Public complaints can lead to quick airline responses, but also might alert opportunists to your situation. Finally, think prevention for your next trip. Treat this as a learning moment and tighten up routines. There's a psychological aspect worth noting. Thieves are counting on embarrassment and inertia. Many victims, especially after losing a passport or wallet, feel ashamed or think it's a hassle to report. They delay action, which makes recovery harder. Don't be embarrassed. Reporting is how systems work. The police and airport teams depend on those reports to identify and dismantle syndicates. Your report could prevent someone else from becoming a victim. One final caveat: not all suspicious people are thieves. Airports are kaleidoscopes of stress, backgrounds, and cultures. Be vigilant without becoming paranoid or discriminatory. The goal is situational awareness, tuning your behavior to the environment, not profiling people. Good awareness means watching patterns of movement and behavior, not judging based on appearance. To wrap up, airport theft follows patterns because people follow habits. Change your habits and you change your risk profile. Keep valuables out of sight, refuse to watch items for strangers, verify anyone who claims official status, keep at least one hand on your bag in crowded areas, and use tech to your advantage. Small changes, zipping a pocket, keeping a hand on your bag, saying no to watching a stranger's items, multiply into big security gains. Let's dig even deeper into how airport thieves really operate, because the truth is they're not just opportunists hanging around baggage claims. Many are part of organized networks that study airport layouts, passenger behavior, and even security patterns. Understanding their methods not only makes you a smarter traveler, but also helps you protect others who might not be as vigilant. Think of this as your inside look into the unseen world that moves quietly around airports every single day. Some airport thieves specialize in zones of chaos. These are the moments when order temporarily breaks. Flight delays, gate changes, and cancellations. Whenever the crowd suddenly moves or people rush to another terminal, confusion reigns, luggage is set down just for a second, and wallets are left on cafe counters while travelers recheck boarding passes. That single second is what seasoned thieves are trained to exploit. They often work in pairs. One causes confusion, another quietly observes and takes advantage. These moments happen at every major airport, especially during peak hours and weather disruptions. The lesson here? Even in chaos, your bag should never leave your physical control. Resting it on your shoulder, wrapping the strap around your wrist, or placing it between your feet while standing, these habits might seem trivial, but they create physical barriers that stop thefts before they start. One lesser-known trick involves fake charging stations. You might see a sleek charging hub with multiple USB ports near a bench or wall, and it looks harmless. But sometimes those stations are portable units placed by criminals to copy your phone's data or install malware. The goal isn't just to steal your phone, but to skim payment details, passwords, and personal information. If your phone starts acting strangely after charging, or you're prompted to allow data transfer, unplug immediately. Always use your own charging adapter and power brick plugged into a wall outlet, not a public USB port. It's called juice jacking, and it's quietly becoming one of the most effective digital thefts in airports today. Then there's the upgrade trap. Scammers sometimes pose as airline employees offering exclusive upgrades or standby premium seats in exchange for small fees or card swipes. They'll often set up near airline counters or lounges and wear counterfeit uniforms. The con works because the setup looks official and the price seems like a rare deal. Real airlines never handle last-minute upgrades in person like this. They do it through official apps, websites, or at the staffed gate counter. If someone offers you an upgrade in the concourse or near check-in, walk away. The moment you hand over your card or phone for payment, you've handed over your financial data too. Even duty-free shops aren't completely safe. Not from the stores themselves, these are tightly monitored, but from opportunists who hang near the entrances and exits. They look for travelers who are juggling shopping bags, receipts, and boarding passes all at once. These are easy targets because they're distracted and overloaded. Keep your essentials, passport, phone, credit cards, in a single zippered pouch or belt bag that never leaves your body no matter how many purchases you make. And if someone accidentally bumps into you or tries to help with your bags, politely decline. In high traffic zones like duty-free exits, even a second of distraction can cost you. If you found this useful, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more travel safety breakdowns. Share this with a friend who travels a lot. Sometimes saving someone's passport or phone is as simple as sharing the right tip at the right time. Tell me in the comments, what strange or sneaky scam have you seen at an airport? I'll read the best ones and cover them in a follow-up video. Travel smarter, stay safe, and keep your journey about the trip, not the theft.